Hey everybody. I hope that your Friday is going well. Had a little bit of a hiccup. I think Facebook has new to me interface and I'm trying to figure it out this morning. So sorry about that. I was trying to post this on my Comeback Mindset page and I could not. I scheduled it, but I could not figure it out. So I will promise to get better at this. I am growing and learning, especially in the field of technology every single day. So welcome. Happy Friday. I wanted to come on here and talk about one of the most common myths that I have when I have people that are interested in the program that I coach. This is one of the things that has been popping up a lot lately. I think a lot of people don't really understand this, and I didn't really understand this when I first started program because the topic I'm discussing or sharing with you today is about a common myth mistake that a lot of people make. And I want to reference this by saying I do not do intermittent fasting. I know a lot about it, but and I know it works for many people, but I also know that a lot of the people that come to me for help have tried that before and it has not really worked. And I want to explain why maybe that may be the case. If you use it and it is working for you, I am here to support whatever you need to do to get healthier. So you have to find what works for you. But I just wanted to share some insights into this, and this is that a lot of people think that by skipping a meal or meals throughout the day, that is going to help them get to a healthier weight. And I'm here to dispel that myth and to maybe give a little bit of insight as to why that may not be working for you in particular. Like I said, if it does, that's great, but this is for those of you who may be struggling with this. So for me, it was kind of counterintuitive, the thought of how skipping a meal or skipping meals throughout the day can actually hinder your progress if you're trying to get to a healthier weight. Because I'm like, if you're skipping meals, it means you're getting less calories and you're still burning calories if you're just doing normal motions throughout the day. Why would that make sense? So here are some reasons. There are 5 things I wanted to share with you today as to why that may not be working for you. First one is when you skip a meal or multiple meals throughout the day, it can cause you to have unstable blood sugar, meaning you might feel a little dizzy. You may feel like you have no energy. You might be super lethargic, super tired, irritable. That's what I used to do with my kids and my family when I was hangry and not having the energy that my body needed to get through the day. Lower brain functionality. You might not be thinking as clearly as you typically do. So that's something else that can come from withholding food or not eating. You can become very negative. So that is one thing that can happen. Your unstable blood sugars, you have highs and lows, and you can go anywhere from feeling really great after you eat to crashing really hard after that. And I'll get into that in just a moment. So that's the first thing, unstable blood sugar. Another thing that can happen if you are not eating regularly throughout the day is your metabolism slows down. My friends, this is what has happened to me. I now eat 6 times a day. And what I have found is that when I do that, I feel like I'm a little warmer throughout the day. I feel like, all of those things that I just described as being negative, those things have gone away. And when your metabolism slows, it does that because you're not getting enough nutrients and calories, and it begins to slow down and shut down to preserve the energy that it does have. So it might say, Jenny, you're not eating but like once a day. So it's going to hold on to that. It's going to slow it down. Everything slows down. Your digestive tract slows down. The way that your cells work, everything just slows down because it thinks that you're kind of in starvation mode. So to me, this is very eye-opening. I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. And as I've seen clients go from maybe doing the intermittent fasting and not eating regularly throughout the day to now eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, their metabolism kicks in. We call it a gentle fat burn that they're in, and everything is firing on all cylinders and they're feeling really great. So again, if you want your metabolism kicked up, that may not be the greatest option for you. The third thing that can happen if you're not eating regularly throughout the day is, and I did not know this can actually increase your risk of diabetes. It makes sense. Again, I'm not a medical doctor. I've just read a little bit of research on this. And the reason for that is because if you are not eating regularly throughout the day, when you do eat, it spikes your insulin and your sugar, and it can cause you to have those peaks and those valleys that can cause you to increase your risk of diabetes. Not for everybody, not every time, but if you think about it, you are, all of your organs and everything that work to burn off that sugar and that energy is not able to do so if you're just feeding it at certain times of the day. So again, those highs and those lows, that's what can cause your organs and everything to kind of spin out of control and can potentially cause a greater risk of that. The fourth thing that can happen is it throws off your eating schedule. It gets really, really hard once you've done that to get back into a structure again. Your digestive tract, the way that your body is working is much, much different if you are not eating regularly throughout the day. And so then if you switch to that, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So again, it's just throwing everything off. Your hunger cues, all of those kinds of things get thrown off when you're not eating regularly throughout the day. Cravings. I am very suspect for those. They happen frequently when I'm not eating regularly. So again, just another reason why you should be eating small meals throughout the day if you're stuck in your weight and you're trying to lose weight. And then finally, the final thing I wanted to share is, and this is the one that made the most sense to me. So if you are eating one meal a day, let's say that you're just planning on eating a dinner, and throughout the day you're not snacking, you're not eating anything. Don't know about you, but I am pretty hangry. And it makes people typically eat a tremendous amount of calories during that window of time or during that meal. So when you may have been eating 1,500 to 2,000 calories for that one meal, normally throughout the day, that's really on the high end, or let's say 800 calories, multiple meals a day. If you go and you eat one meal a day, oftentimes very easily, because you're so hungry and because you've got all those cravings, you're probably going to end up eating many, many more calories than you would have if you had just spaced out smaller meals throughout the day. So food for thought, no pun intended. Wanted to throw those out there for you if you're wondering why you're only eating once a day and maybe the scale is not moving in the direction that you'd like it to. I've talked to several people that this has happened to. These could all be contributing factors. So I encourage you to go ahead and start eating as often as you can. I would say 2.5 to 3 hours, small meals, 100 calories, whatever. That's going to help you have more stable blood sugar, more stable cravings, more stable energy throughout the day, and it will help you be maybe a little bit more productive and even more clearer thinking. So think about that. If you are interested in knowing what some of those 100-calorie options could be, message me or comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll be happy to send you a list that I have of things that you can find at pretty much any grocery store that can kind of help kickstart you into eating more regularly throughout the day so that you're not crashing. So I hope you found that helpful. I would love for you to go to my Comeback Mindset page. Follow me there. I'm also on Instagram, Comeback Mindset Coach. Venturing into TikTok, Lord help me. Don't tell my kids. Shh, keep it a secret. So I'd love for you to follow me on one of those platforms. If you have any questions or you want to know more about the program that I coach, please feel free to reach out. Have a wonderful Friday, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.